I've learned that minimalism is not about what you own, it's about why you own it. Brian Gardner. Your financial transformation can only happen when you eliminate the needless wants and learn to value the simplicity of what you have. Number 10. Buy quality, not quantity. Quality trumps quantity. You can buy as many pairs of shoes as you want, but if the quality is substandard, you've just wasted your money. This is because a dozen pairs of poor quality shoes may not last as long as one pair of excellent quality shoes. Another example, let's say you want to paint your house. You go to the cheapest paint store and get your paints at amazingly low prices. On the surface, the paints look good, but a year down the line, you go back to the store looking for paint to redo your peeling walls. Quality paint is more expensive, but can last up to 10 years without needing a recoat. This minimalist tip helps you save money in the long run. You part with a bigger amount beforehand, but you save more later because your quality item serves you for longer. Number 9. Avoid mindless spending. It's not your salary that makes you rich, it's your spending habits. This quote couldn't be truer. The way you spend your money says a lot about your financial stability. If you pick everything on the shelf, you're likely going to go into debt. Impulse buying is one way to spend money mindlessly. This is because you buy things you hadn't planned for, which ruins your budget. For example, let's say you go to an accessory store to buy a watch for your friend who has a birthday. A pair of cufflinks catch your eyes, and you find yourself gravitating towards the display glass. And before you know it, you've spent $12 on a pair. That qualifies for mindless spending because you hadn't budgeted for it. Limiting your spending allows you to have surplus cash that you can use in case of an emergency, or just to boost your savings. Number 8. Declutter your home. Nothing feels as peaceful as a clean, spacious, organized home. While it is normal to accumulate stuff over time, decluttering helps you get your space back. Did you know that a cluttered space has the potential to give rise to stress-related health issues? Besides wasting your money, it can also cause sleep problems, which reduces productivity. For example, if you spend $150 per month on clutter, in a year, you'd be wasting $1,800. Imagine how much you would spend in 10 years. Decluttering helps prevent spending money, which would ultimately save you $1,800 in a year. Buying things you don't need is a recipe for financial disaster. More often than not, you don't use the things you buy, which means that you wasted money. Decluttering your home can also earn you money when you sell the things that you don't need. This can transform your space, which transforms your financial well-being. Number 7. Spend less than you earn. Spending less than you earn sounds simple, doesn't it? Yet a big percentage of people spend more than they earn, also known as living beyond their means. This causes them to stay buried in debt that they can hardly get out of. Others living paycheck to paycheck, which also translates to spending exactly the income they earn, which prevents them from progressing financially because they have nothing left to save. For example, if you earn $5,000 a month, you can discipline yourself to save 1/3 of your income and spend the remaining 2/3 to cater to all your expenses. This means that $1,500 goes towards your savings, while you create a budget for the remaining $3,500. Spending less than you earn allows you to have money by the time the month ends, which helps you steer clear of debt. It also helps you have money set aside to cater to unforeseen challenges and emergencies. The saying, "spending above your means makes you a slave to the paycheck," couldn't have been better. Number 6. Have no spend days. Have you ever dedicated a no spend day? If you answered no, you can decide to start today. A no spend day is a day or days that you decide to freeze your spending unless you're using the money to buy an essential service or product. Freezing your spending allows you to prevent making meaningless purchases. For example, if you like coffee, you can decide to drink your coffee at home before you leave for work, instead of passing by McDonald's to spend $3 on a frappe. This means that in a week, you would save $21 and $85 in a month. And because it's not as easy as it sounds, you can find hobbies or things to do that keep you busy and take your mind off the spending temptation. The secret is to start small. Start by freezing your spending for a day and upgrade it to a weekend. Before you know it, you'd be going a whole week without spending a dime above essential purchases. This minimalist habit can help you put a lid on your spending and transform your savings. Number 5. Downsize your living situation. Do you find that you have rooms in the house that you hardly ever step into? Many people have houses that have spare rooms that they hardly ever use, but what they are not aware of is that they pay rent for those rooms too. If you have a bedroom that you don't use, chances are you're paying $300 or more a month for a vacant room. For example, the average rent for a 2-bedroom house in Los Angeles is $2,500, while the average rent for a 1-bedroom in the same city is $1,800. That is a whopping $700 difference, which can be the amount that helps you grow financially. Why pay $700 on top only to have your second bedroom stay vacant? But there's a simple solution to it: downsizing your living situation. This means that if you don't need a second bedroom, you can move into a smaller house and save the extra money. If there are reasons that prevent you from downsizing, you can sublet your vacant room to someone and earn money from it. Also, a bigger house has the potential to have clutter because you feel the need to fill the space, which causes you to spend money. Number 4. Ditch subscriptions. We all want to have subscriptions to Netflix, HBO, Disney+, Hulu, and other streaming services because of all the hype by friends and family, and also social media. While there's nothing wrong with subscribing to a service, what's the purpose of paying money every month for a service you're not using? For example, subscribing to a newsletter can cost you up to $7 a month, which totals $84 in a year. That is money you can channel into other uses. Also, cable subscriptions are monthly costs that you can do without. Listen to this. Cable can cost you up to $100 a month, and while it has a wide variety of channels to choose from, we hardly doubt you can watch all the channels offered. Instead of wasting all that money that you can put into your savings, you can subscribe to the services that you need and save the rest of your money. That said, many frugal people prefer to keep their subscriptions to a minimum and prefer reading educational material that will help them achieve their financial goals. Adopting this minimalist habit can help you save money, which prevents you from suffering from financial stress, boosts productivity, and ultimately your quality of life. Number 3. Make use of what you have. In the olden days, our grandparents never threw anything away. They used to make use of what they had, as long as it was working fine and producing results. This modern era has changed the way we do things and has created a lot of wastage, from the food we eat to the clothes we wear. If you look into your closet, you would gasp at the realization that you probably wear less than half of the clothes you have. For example, if you want to start saving money at home, the first thing you would look for is a piggy bank, right? The simplest of piggy banks, which is just a glass jar with a penny slot on top, can cost $6. If you want a more sophisticated one, you have to part with around $20. Why not transform your empty peanut butter jar into a piggy bank? All you have to do is create a slot in the lid and you're good to go. Making use of what you have before you rush to the store to purchase something new is a minimalist habit that many frugal people live by. It not only helps you save money, but it also helps you avoid cluttering your home. You can also comb through your wardrobe and find a dinner dress you probably forgot about instead of rushing to the clothing store to buy a new dress. You save money and rid your house of clutter. Benefits on a double scale, don't you think? Number 2. Create a minimalist wardrobe. Having a minimalist wardrobe can turn your life around and can help you have better mental clarity. It also allows you to spend less time thinking about what to wear and more time walking towards your financial goals. Mark Zuckerberg, the founder of Facebook, said in an interview that he had so many decisions to make and did not want to spend any of his energy on things that are silly or frivolous. That was the reason why he wears his gray t-shirts. You can emulate Mark Zuckerberg to save money because having a minimalist wardrobe prevents you from buying more clothes. It also helps you stress less, which ultimately helps you make better financial decisions and increases your productivity. You can have a garage sale and earn money from the clothes you don't wear, which helps you keep your minimalist wardrobe clutter-free. Before we get into number 1, make sure you check out the links in the description for our best recommendations to boost your savings. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more valuable content. Number 1, drive less often. It's a no-brainer that the less you drive, the more money you save. This is because you save on gas, repairs, and vehicle maintenance. In a culture where almost everybody owns a car, we find ourselves stuck in standstill traffic. For example, in New York, drivers spend an average of 56 hours a year in traffic. It's common to see drivers filling up their tanks several times a week, and while gas may not cost an arm and a leg, the charges can add up with time. For example, a full gas tank can cost anywhere from $46 to $57 depending on where you live. while a typical car can travel 30 miles with a full gas tank. If you travel 2 miles to work and 2 back, your tank can last about a week, which would force you to fill it again. Driving less can cost you much less in gas prices, car repairs, and maintenance. And because you're using less mileage, your insurance coverage is cheaper than that of someone who's driving more. You can use the bus from time to time or walk to work, which helps you clear your head and keep fit. Make sure to check out the next video. You're going to get a ton of value from this one. See you there.